What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Compound today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Shout out to the person that requested this, that I said I would do this for. I can't remember who it was. I wrote your name down in my notebook, and somebody closed my notebook, so I don't know where the page is. I don't really keep bookmarks or anything like that, and I don't care to go through and find it, but you know who you are. I think I wrote you yesterday. I said I'm going to talk about it either tonight or in the morning. I didn't talk about it either times. It's actually like the next day at night for me now, but enough of that. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. Here we are at about $40 on Compound. 4 days, 1 hour left. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but there seems to be some confusion as to what my position is in Compound. I haven't sold any of it. I'm only thinking about buying more. I have DCA'd from $58 and down. My lowest buying price was at about $38.50 or something like that, right? I've only stacked. I have not sold, and I haven't bought more. I don't think I bought more since last year, maybe even 2023. It's been a long time. I've just been holding for a very, very long time. Why would I sell when I've got these long-term capital gains to realize? And whenever this thing does rip, it's going to rip really, really hard. And I think that it will rip really, really hard. I've got a very sizable portion of Compound in my portfolio. It's a crypto that I'm expecting a lot of big things to come from. If we're looking at this here, and even with this boring stagnation, man, I'm still expecting big things from it. $353 million market cap with a $28 million 24-hour volume. You're literally the epitome of a boring chart, and yet you have desirable volume day in and day out. There's interest in this thing, and it's very clear that there's, over this long phase, there's been accumulation. We're getting higher lows and higher highs. There's accumulation going on here. When everybody, whoever they are, the big dogs, the big whales, when they're done accumulating here and we're ready to send the price higher, it's going to be explosive. This is going to be one of those coins, you guys. Mark my words. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. We've talked about it at length so many times. And if you don't know what Compound is, it's a DeFi protocol. It's a little bit more complicated than just a DeFi protocol, but at the same time, it's that simple too, right? It's a DeFi protocol, decentralized finance, in case you don't know what that is. Look it up if you want to buy it. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I'm not going to tell you all the fundamental values that make this thing tick, mainly because I don't have a list of them written in front of me, and also because I think you should do your own research. I've gone over the fundamentals of this thing time and time again. But at this point, I'm just looking at the technicals, and I'm enticed by this in itself. A huge sell-off like this, massive accumulation. When it comes time to grow, you guys, we're going to see, as fast as this sell-off was, the recovery will be even faster. And it's going to be a snap. It will literally be something that is hundreds of percents in 1 month. You might even more than 10x in 1 month's time from the current price, right? I'm talking about a price. We're going to snap all the way back to $338. We're going to go all the way up to $530, something like that, right? In that kind of spectrum. We could go all the way up to our all-time highs whenever it's time to move. And it's going to happen fast, man. I mean, this kind of movement, it's going to take 1 or 2 months, May and June, and then that's it. We're done, right? Not done for the cycle, but done with the move. So not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I like Compound a lot. It's at a higher market cap, relatively speaking, than some of the coins that we look at when it comes to 100x potential or multi-100x potential. But I think Compound does have 100x potential. A 100x from its current price would give it a $35 billion market cap. And that is not an easy accomplishment to achieve at all, but it's something that can be attained. It's something that is attainable. It's not asking of the world, right? I'm not asking for $100 billion or more, though I think that's also possible for Compound. If we saw 100x from here, from the current price, that would give you a price of about $4,000, a little bit less than $4,000, right? That's a 100x. So I believe Compound will be, by the end of the cycle, it's worth $39.50 now. This is one of the coins I believe will be worth multiple thousands of dollars. The minimum target's at 2,400. The 1414, that's about 100x from here, right? That's at 3,900, but likely with the 1414, you go just above it. You could go all the way up to 8,200. You could see an $8,200 price. That gives you, I think, closer to an $80 billion market cap, if I'm not mistaken, or $70 billion market cap. I forget what the math would be there, but I'm just doing that off of memory, not off of doing any like math in my head. You can do the math if you want to. I mean, we're going to do it, I guess. 355 million times 218. Let's say 355 times 217. What would that be? I don't know. I can't do that. 355 times 217. that would be that'd be like $80 billion. Yeah. Essentially $80 billion. Yeah. A little bit over or a little bit under. I think it'd be a little bit under $80 billion. Let me see. I'm kind of curious now. Hold on. Let's do the math. Let's 353. I did 355 though, but let's just do 353 times 217, right? 76. So yeah, just under $80 billion. That's right. Very attainable market cap. Not guaranteed. 80 billion is not an easy thing to accomplish for any crypto, but it is attainable, especially for cryptos that have existed in their second cycle. If DeFi takes off the way that I think it's going to take off, this thing is a front runner. This is in prime position to see some immaculate growth here. It's a crypto that a lot of people are aware of, but a lot of people have kind of written off. They've passed on as of now. They've bought into it. They sold out of it. They've moved on because it's been so boring. Oftentimes it's coins like this that are laughed at, that are boring coins that everybody had invested in at some point, but they got out of. It's coins like this that are on people's radar, but they're in the shadows. When they start to move up, people might feel remorse and start to panic buy back in and FOMO and be like, why did I ever sell this thing? And that kind of drive, along with this long-term accumulation from probably institutional players or people with really large pockets, that in culmination with the FOMO buying is going to send us up. It's going to be a very quick reaction to the upside, right? All the liquidity is going to dry up at this area, and the only place to go is up. So I really do believe that at a minimum from the current price, $39.50, this snap in like the next couple of weeks by the end of June will take us to $304 at a minimum to $610 at a maximum. By the end of the cycle, we're looking for a $2,400 to $4,000 price, maybe even just above there. $8,200 as a maximum given, though I'm not expecting this. I just accept it as a possibility. Compound, whether you like it or not from its current price, is a 100xable coin and more, and I think that it's got some very crazy potential. That's why it's one of my largest holdings in my portfolio. It's one of the coins that I hold dearest to my heart. I've got a lot of faith in this thing. I don't talk about it all the time, but I promise you, if I didn't talk about it for a year, we're in the same position as we were 2 years ago. So it's okay. It's okay. I will start talking about this thing regularly when there's something worth talking about regularly. The only thing that's pretty interesting is that it's boring as hell. It bores me, and man, it takes a lot for me to get bored, but man, it's boring me. You're being boring as hell. Not seeing average volume, and even then you're getting volume that is more desirable than something that most cryptos just don't even see, right? Most cryptos right now, you guys, you look across the board, you go through, I mean, we could probably find it right now. I don't want to do this with you, but do it in your own time if you want to. You could probably find that most cryptos in the top 100, in the top 500, whatever you want to do, they don't get 8% volume during their boring times, right? They're not even getting 3% volume in their boring times. Anything above 5% is desirable. 5% or more is desirable, right? A lot of them have like 2%, 3%, less than 5% volume in a 24-hour period. This thing is the epitome of what a boring crypto is, right? It's very, very boring. And I love coins that are boring. A lot of people love coins that pump, and those are fun while they pump, but you get into the boring coins, you start loving boring coins, they're going to love you back, man. In time, they will. The boring coins become the exciting coins, and not financial advice, not a financial advisor. But if you're chasing the coins that are already pumping and you're not looking at the coins that are like this, you're missing out on a potential opportunity. I'm not saying this thing has to go higher. I could be wrong. Who knows? It could be a flop, but I don't think it is. I think that in a matter of time, we're going to be vindicated, validated, and celebrating. I got a bottle of champagne with Compound's name on it. Once we break above $300 and pop that bottle, we will. I've got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. I haven't sold any of my Compound. I have not forsaken this coin. I have no reason to. It's boring. I don't talk about it daily because it's at the same price it was days ago, weeks ago, years ago. So forgive me. Don't forgive me. Doesn't really matter. It's going to do what it wants to do, and in a matter of no time at all, and in a couple of weeks or so, over the next couple of months especially, we're going to see immaculate growth. I'm talking at this point, so I'm going to stop there. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.